Hi there, I'm Steve Silverfield, and this is Get Rich Today. So this lecture is going to be about unnecessary expenses. So I'm going to be going over with you just a few of the many examples of unnecessary expenses that the average person may partake in over the course of their lifetime. So at the time, to most of these people, these seem like perfectly reasonable expenses. Like, they rationalize it amongst themselves, like, oh, I just need to get this product or this service or this, good or or whatever it is. And, like at the time, they think that, they just need it. But in reality, they actually don't. So I'm going to, or at least not as urgently, I'm on a mission here to help you be more financially responsible. So, here is my first step. The number one unnecessary expense that I see people spending money on all the time, and I was guilty of this for a while too. And honestly, just even this one alone is probably the most important thing. That you're once you just cut this, you're going to be seeing yourself with a lot more money, and that is food. You don't need to buy food because food, do you actually need food, first of all, is the question here. I mean, the human body and mind and everything can go a long time. You can go up to 3 days without eating, at least, maybe longer. So the fact that most people eat excessively, and that's a growing concern, is the epidemic of obesity. In the United States, at least 1 in every 3 Americans currently is overweight or obese. So and we can combat this because we see people excessively, going out to eat, going to restaurants. People eat sometimes as much as 3 meals per day. And this obviously is very unhealthy because, the human body is only trained. If we go back to the our primitive days, the days of the early humans, they didn't eat 3 meals a day. They, because it would take them an entire day, sometimes multiple days, to hunt and gather the food needed for the preparation of a meal that they would eat. So, they weren't able to. So, and keep in mind, these are the same creatures that our same ancestors that were able to run for up to 50 miles per hour, according to some sources. So the less you eat, then the more the faster you'll be able to run. And you know what running faster means? That's attributed to better health. So the less often you eat, the more health you're having. So in essence, then you're spending money to be less healthy. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go out of your way to spend money and deplete your resources to, just make yourself feel worse? You don't want to do that. I'm sure nobody wants to do that. So, in essence, that's the number one unnecessary expense. There's plenty of others that I can go into depth with, but I feel like, it's sort of a leading thing that I can really come out the gate with. So, stop spending money on food, eating 3 meals per day, eat like 1 meal per 3 days, and you'll notice you'll have a lot more money left over. Don't go out to eat, just eat at home, and yeah, there you go. I'm Steve Silverfield, but you can call me Mr. Monopoly, because I'm gonna make you Mr. Monopoly.